Okay, my phone ran out of power, so I just plugged it back in again. And I'm just going to do this, and I'm just going to give you an idea. I'm going to finish this part, then I'm going to give you a couple of techniques that you can use after this for embossing from the back side, not the correct side that people will see. And that just gives you an idea. And there you are. It's depending upon what color that goes behind it will show you, I don't know how the color is coming through on that end, will show a different thing. Some things are nicer than others. Now, I'm going to take one of my tools. Now, some of these are balls, obviously, different size balls. And that's I'm going to use for shading. And I have one that I really like to shade with. And if I can find it, I will show it to you. Oh, here's one. One looks like this. And I really like using that because it turns out to be very delicate when I use that. In order to do this, I'm going to take a silicone pad. I am going to put it down, turn it upside down again, and I'm going to do what is called flicking. Now, this is what I did before, and I ripped it, so I'm doing it again. I'll tell you what flicking is. Flicking is you take a spot, like you want to go, maybe you want to go from here out. So you take a spot, it's going to be heavy-handed here, and you're going to start here and bring it up. You bring it down, you just bring it up into the air. Down, up into the air. Down, up into the air. Pressure, more pressure here, and less pressure out there. So that gives you an idea what flicking is. And that's what gives you a little bit of shading there. You can do it really hard, which is what I did here. This is very heavy-handed here. So that kind of gives it a lot more depth. It depends if that's what you want to do or if you want to do more delicate stuff. So I'm going to try to show you here. Okay, I'm going to do the heavy-handed stuff here. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in the middle here. I'm going to, like especially if you're doing circles, you want to do a cross. So I'm going to go up here. I don't have to do a cross because it's an oval. So I don't have to make a cross before I do this. And I'm just going to go flicking. And I'm going to come back flicking. That way, it'll be a little smoother. I don't know. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to do this so you can see it. Let me go from here. Up, 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 down, down, down. Not a really odd spot here because my phone won't fit. And that's what it looks like from this end. So that's a very delicate flicking there. So now I'm going to go, I'm really going to go to it now. And I'm going to press very hard. I folded this piece of silicone mat over once. You might be able to do it twice. I haven't tried it because I'm afraid I'm going to rip the paper. There we go again. Okay, now. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I have no idea. You're looking at my weird hands. So that's this. You can tell this is a little bit more 3D. As you can see that. Cool, huh? Another thing you can do is flick from the top. I'm going to do that. That's what we're going to do first, is we're going to color just the bottom of this petal here. And I'm going to flick this. And eventually, I'm going to start embossing from the top, and that will actually blend it together. So now, let's figure out how to do this so you can see it. Starting from the top, I'm going to flick. We're flicking together. I got nothing else to do with my life, so I flick. How we doing? Okay. Now we're going to flick into color. And we're going to flick up. And then you're going to see what it looks like. I gotta get the tip here if I can. On the other side. A little bit different. It looks brown from my end of it, but if I had a darker piece of paper, you might see the difference. Now, I might want more color here, so I would do that. It's totally up to you what you want to do here. And I'm going to add more color. And then I'm going to start flicking again. You can see the color more there. It's the same color as this. That's the way it is. It is what it is. And we'll do a little bit more flicking. And if you're bored, you can go on to the next part of this video, because I've got it in sections. Yeah, you're going to have around 10 videos there that are all short. Can you see that? Kind of. You can make it darker before you flick, and it would look nicer, personally, I think. But on this side, on my end of it, it's very delicate, and we're going into the color, blending it better, and there's still a little embossing there. And if that's your thing, that's what you can do. So I'm going to finish this offline, and I'll be back.